All right, I thought I'd give you a quick update on the M4A1 Sherman build, and I have the turret assembled. Uh, Pretty easy, nothing too complicated. Went together rather nicely, except for like right underneath the mantlet right here on the bottom part of the turret, which is a separate piece. There's a big old ejector pin mark right there that needed to be filled and sanded smooth. I think I took care of that problem. The barrel, I just went with the plastic one. It worked fine, no seam lines, worked great. So yeah, I still have the metal aluminum barrel. Periscopes, no problem. I actually got the little glass there masked off and ready for paint, and did that on all three of them. Even this one that's got the little periscope guard. I should be able to get a hobby knife in there and pull that back. Now, for some reason, my turret had a great big like dent in this corner. I don't know if it was an injection mold issue or what, but I went ahead and filled that, and I'll have to go back and kind of fix it up with a little bit of Mr. Surfacer. That's what I use to kind of take care of that very poor cast texturing. I'll just leave it at that. I did sand it first and then added the Mr. Surfacer, so I think it looks a little bit better. Now may have to do a little bit more sanding, because now I can see there's a little bit of a line there that needs to go away. So I'll probably just kind of touch it up a little bit. As you can see on the inside, there's no gun mantlet or anything. A real, very simple little cradle type system in there for the gun elevation. But they do give you a complete 30 cal there for the coax. And there you see the other side of the periscopes. No biggie. The turret does, it is capable of being opened, but there will be absolutely nothing to see inside there, so they'll probably be closed. Now, what I decided to go with for markings on this, even though it's not going to be 100%, is I went with, I want to build this tank on this cover. It won't be an exact. It won't say battling bitch here on the side of the hull there, but I think I've got other nicknames, little decals I can use for other nicknames, so that'll work. And of course, you know, the serial number here on the side, or whatever number that is, won't be the same as this picture either, but I'm using this picture as my inspiration, I guess, to model my M4A1 Sherman. And I think I got a really good workaround for that, because there in the picture you see that there is a 30 cal instead of a 50 cal. Well, I just so happen to have Andy's half track, his 1/16 scale half track, and that model requires, you know, depending on the version you're building, 330 cals. but they give you enough for 4. So I have a 30 cal. Now granted, this isn't glued in yet, so I can still take it apart and paint it, but yes, this is going to work quite nicely mounted right there. Very similar to what's in, very similar to what's on the cover of this book. So I think it's going to work out quite nice. Now, one other detail I added on the back were these little tie downs back here. 6 of them. I had some in my spares, so I went ahead and mounted those on there. I think they're gonna look pretty good. I think they'll make a nice addition, you know, little added detail to the turret. So this is the turret, complete. The hull I'm still working on. I'm gonna redo the casting texture on that to where it's more similar to the turret, and I'll be able to get that done, and hopefully here in a couple weeks this tank will be completed. I think it's coming along pretty nicely. All the detail is on there. It's just hopefully it'll come out pretty nice when it's all said and done. But like I said, that's the plastic gun barrel, you know, the halves, and it came out pretty nice. I think I'll just save that aluminum one for something different, or maybe a different project or something, who knows. But yeah, I'm kind of glad I lucked out and had some of these tie downs, and kind of spruces up the back of the turret a little bit. I'm glad I was able to source a 30 cal that looks pretty good, and it'll be able to turn and elevate and, you know, depress and all that. So it should be nice. Should look really good. I thought I was going to go with the Cullen hedgerow device, but even though this has one, yeah, just not going to be able to happen. I have one actually from the M4A1 Stewart kit from Classy Hobby, and it's not going to work. So I'm stuck without a hedgerow device, but I think it'll be fine without it. Like I said, I'm using that as the, you know, the cover of the Sherman in Action by Squadron as my kind of like quasi reference for a Normandy era, June, July 1944 type M4A1. So hopefully maybe next week I'll do a separate build video on the lower hull, and start painting right after that. So anyways, I hope you liked the video, and if you think about it, please give a like and a subscribe. Thanks.